Last time on Hakai, the meeting of the gods came to its conclusion and our heroes returned to their respective homes, with 6 months to train for literal war, and the time it'll take for the villainous celestial mages to attain their full power in their new stolen bodies. Will Vegeta be able to keep up with his longtime rival? And will Goku be able to master his energy of destruction? Back with Goku in Universe 6, we find ourselves inside of a pocket dimension courtesy of Vados. Alright, Miss Vados, let's continue. Although given one usually says that when they turn Super Saiyan and not fall out of Super Saiyan, she wants to wait a little. But no way, the Saiyan argues. He's still a long way from achieving the ideal control of his energy of destruction. The angel knows this is true, but continuing to train mindlessly like crazy won't help either. Considering Earth time, they've been training incessantly for 5 days, and yet his progress has been almost nil. This isn't the first time this concept has been introduced to the series. I think there was even a point during the training against Cell that Goku said it was pointless to continue torturing themselves in the Room of Spirit and Time. If they continue to train like this, 6 months will pass and nothing will change. Astonished by this, so what do? At first, Goku felt this training was so promising, but now he feels like his progress has stalled. Optimistic, Vados explains this is completely common. Normally, a god of destruction takes centuries or even millennia to be able to properly control their energy of destruction. Goku has achieved the feat of greatly improving his performance, even in this very short time as a deity. This goes to show, after everything's said and done, just how high up Goku will rank among all the destroyers. If he's already hundreds of years ahead of his time, who knows how far he can go? But given the level he has already reached, it's normal for his progression to be slower from now on. Does she mean to say that he's reaching his limits? Is something holding him back? Or is there a new type of training they can use to work past this? The Saiyan counters that it's precisely now that he needs to progress faster than ever. Is there nothing he can do to speed up his evolution? With this, she's going to explain so he can understand. As she has said many times, Goku's main source of power as God of Destruction is his energy of destruction, the spiritual being that is developed within him. This is the energy, or rather the life form, that has taken control of Goku a few times throughout the series, imbued upon each destroyer. If the host cannot control it, they will be controlled by it. The more control he has over this energy, the more power he'll be able to use in battle with less risk of losing control. The main goal of his training is to have better control of this energy, and that's the only thing that matters now. Our hero already understands that part. He just needs her to tell him what to do to have better control. Almost like she's losing patience. Vados details that the problem is the more he advances in controlling this energy, the more difficult it is to continue advancing. In these first months of training, he was able to learn to better control this energy with simple meditation. The problem is the more you advance in controlling this energy and use this power in physical training, the mastery you will achieve by these means is still superficial. This is a process that does not just depend on effort. It requires time and coexistence with his new nature, and to move forward from now on, he needs a much deeper contact with this energy to integrate it into his body and soul. That's why it's useless to continue this training they're doing. In all reality, this seems to be a concept Goku should already be familiar with due to his understanding of regular ki. She needed these last 2 days to test his development to confirm this. But unfortunately, she now sees they've reached an impasse. So she means to say that no matter how much he trains, he won't be able to advance anymore? All he can do now is sit back and hope he learns to live with his new power? But it's not as simple as just sitting back and waiting. This is a long and complex work that requires deep understanding of himself and the function of his energy of destruction. Also, seeing how dejected he is, she continues, but the answer is no. Sitting and waiting is not the only option you have. There is another method of advancing faster and mastering your energy of destruction. But I must warn you, success in this method is very rare, and it's a very dangerous method. And is she serious? Goku wants her to hurry up and tell him what this method is. Her face dropping. Everything I've told you so far is part of a single method of controlling your energy of destruction, which is the method of knowing the power of this energy and to take it. But take? What does she mean? Responding, yes, this method consists of you learning the nature of this energy, discovering its functionality, synchronizing your power with that of the energy through this knowledge, and thus taking part of this power to use it. But besides this method, which is the most common, there is another. Making your energy of destruction give you power on its own. Taken aback that's even possible, Goku wants to know how he's supposed to do that. And he has to convince his energy of destruction to do it. Unsure of what she means by convince. She tells if he can convince his energy of destruction to give him power. He doesn't need to waste so much time learning how it works or taking power. From the moment you achieve a relationship of complete collaboration with the energy of destruction, your power will have much better synchronization, and Goku will be able to access his maximum potential as God of Destruction. So he just asks? That seems kinda simple. Since the energy is a sentient life form in its own right, there's likely some deep meditation one can do to communicate with it properly. Doing so, it seems the host can negotiate a sort of treaty. But what will the energy want in return? Surely it's not a simple task. Why is this method so rare? She tells, asking is really simple. The difficult thing is your energy of destruction accepting it. As you may have noticed, the nature of your energy of destruction is quite voracious and perfidious. Reaching a trustworthy agreement with these beings is very difficult. I only know of 2 gods of destruction who managed to do this to date, and they're considered to be the most powerful Hakai in history. Referring to Pikkon and Tapion, the latter's been alluded to before, but we still haven't gotten much information about him. Goku eagerly questions if Lord Beerus was one of them. But no. Although Lord Beerus has very good control of his energy of destruction, he is part of the large group of gods who only know how to take this power, instead of having a collaborative relationship with his energy. So she means to say if he can do this, he'll be stronger than Beerus? Although she doesn't know if things are that simple because she doesn't even know what Beerus' maximum capacity is. What she can say for sure is that he'll be much more powerful than he is today. This tells us while Beerus is known to be near the top of modern destroyers, there are a few through history that surpassed even him. Pikkon, the leader of the Celestial Guardians, being one of them, and Tapion another. However, like she said, although it seems simple in theory, this method is very unlikely and risky. If he fails, he could end up losing control of his own conscience forever. The energy of destruction would take control of him, leaving the Goku we know a mere memory. It would act on its own using Goku's body as its host. But more hyped than ever, if she tells him what to do, he's for sure going to try. Meanwhile, in King Yama's place, the soul of someone extremely important was about to arrive.
All souls stand in a single file. You there! Don't start a double queue. Stay in line, please.
God of Earth, what are you doing here? Something important must have happened.
It's just that an inhabitant of my planet has just left the world of the living. And he's so important, I simply couldn't help but come with him.
You!
Hello!
So you finally arrived here. It's a pleasure to see you.
Was that a good mangaka?
No, you were the best. Your behavior on Earth was very good. You were a great hero to many people. Without a doubt, I will send you to heaven.
King Yama? If it's not a problem, he would like to go to King Kai.
Ugh. Would you really rather take the risks of Snake Way to meet King Kai instead of going straight to heaven? Are you sure about that?
Yes, I'm sure.
I see. I'll call a guide for you. Please go out there and wait.
Right, thank you very much.
No, thank you.
Just keep going forward and following the snake. In the end, you'll reach King Kai.
Well, here I come.
Thank you, Sensei.
I'm coming, King Kai!
A few minutes later,
This is harder than I thought, but it is really fun.
I'm leaving, King Yama.
Son of Earth, I need to talk to you. We don't need to bring him back with the Dragon Balls, because he will always be alive in our hearts. Thank you, Master.